Hi, I'm Dr. Herman. I'm with a great patient of mine. This is Krystal. And Krystal came to me for a skin rash condition and a few of other symptoms that have had dramatic improvement and relief from these symptoms with just one protocol with my work. So I want to introduce her. Hi, Krystal. Thanks for being on this call today.
Hello, thank you for having me.
I appreciate it. You found me online, right? That was how
Yeah.
you came across my work. And your symptoms were you had a terrible rash, you had pain, you had a loss of actual motor control in the arms and in the hand was really stiff. How long were you living with or suffering from this rash on your hands for? And if you could describe what it was like for you.
Mildly for several years, like 8 years, but it was dramatically worse since February. And I found you started your protocol, I think, in June. So about 4 months where I couldn't even hold a pen to write my name. Even my hands did not work. The rash was causing skin tightening on my hands, so I couldn't close my hands and I couldn't open my hands fully. Very itchy, very painful, open areas, cracks. Both of my fingertips, halfway down my palm, is where it was.
And the cracks caused bleeding at times?
Yes, bleeding at times. Severe swelling of the fingers. While I was waiting for my protocol to be available, I even let you know that I think my fingers might open, like bust open. They were so swollen.
I remember that. Became an emergency for you.
Yeah, very scary.
Yeah, and we got a few of those steps out to you before we could complete the whole protocol. I believe we just rushed it over and it started to make a difference pretty quickly.
Within 4 days, I was back to running around the house doing housework. Dramatic improvement in motor function within hours to days. Yeah.
Amazing. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
How over the 8-year period, it progressively got worse for you, your hand?
Yes. Yeah. Probably some misdiagnoses involved with arthritis type issues. I don't think I have arthritis, but it started out as just tiny bubbles between my fingers at times. I didn't know what was causing it. It would happen a few times here and there, come and go. Did not really affect my daily life, but it was starting back then. The bubbles were painful and itching. I think it was labeled as dyshydrotic dermatitis. And the last couple years, it became when my hip joints were painful, then my hands would start to get more red and rashy where the blisters were occurring. It stayed red. Okay. So it didn't quite completely affect my life until the last year.
And what type of doctors were you seeing to get that diagnosis and to also deal with the pain and the stiffness and just everything? And what were the treatments that were offered to you?
Rheumatology offered immune modulators. With your protocol, I'm learning that the allergic type reactions I'm having, I just need to clear things. But when I didn't tell you yet, I was becoming allergic to their treatments. Sulfa medication I've had before in my life that made me extremely ill. Another treatment was Rinvoq, and that caused nerve toxicity. The treatments that they were giving me, they stopped giving me because they said they were not comfortable with completing the treatment because it was making me worse, whatever they gave me. So that was rheumatology. Dermatology just had steroid creams, stronger steroid creams, awful. All of that was awful. Then they were switching me over to see allergy. So allergy.
An allergy doctor you're talking about? Is that what you mean? Okay.
It started with rheumatology, then dermatology, no success. And then they were moving me over to allergy physicians to mask my symptoms, I think, which they're just doing whatever they could. And I was just done. I needed something different. I didn't want to mask my symptoms. I wanted to get to the cause of my symptoms. Modulators were not for me. Steroids were not for me. And then I found you.
And the allergy doctor, what did that physician offer you? Was there blood tests? Was there like stool? Was there saliva? What did they do?
I didn't go.
You didn't go. Oh, you never went. Okay. Back to the dermatologist. Was there any kind of laboratory analysis that the dermatologist did with you, or just looked at it and said, "Try the steroid cream"? Basically,
They just looked at things.
No blood test, no any kind of skin prick test, nothing like that. And what happened when you said it was awful with the topical steroid cream? There's a horrible condition called topical steroid withdrawal. What happened to you with those steroid creams?
I did live in steroid withdrawal often. I would sweat for no reason. I felt very ill. Some days I didn't feel like I could move very well.
Wow.
Whenever I talked about it with my provider, they said I wasn't doing it right. A thinner layer, different frequency, put gloves on. It's too strong with gloves, take the gloves off. It was all just
put the lotion on the hands and then put gloves on over the.
Always a shot in the dark.
Shot in the dark. Did your skin thin out with using that topical steroid?
Yes.
Was there any bleeding or something else, or further discoloration of the skin that happened with it?
Further discoloration, yes. It's
Okay.
a beefy red halfway from my palm down to my fingertips on both sides.
Wow. So now you found my work and you started taking those quantum energized formulas. Very easy to take, right? You just put a drop of the liquid in your mouth to target a specific infection, which I'll talk about in another video, but to target a specific infection to neutralize it. Very easy to take, yes?
Yes.
You told me in our last phone call, which was just a few days ago, which you completed the protocol. Again, you just said a few minutes ago that it was like dramatic difference in just hours to days of starting the protocol. But at the end of your protocol, which is only 2 months that you followed this protocol with me, very easy to follow, you were 99% better, you spoke of. Is that just overall body or is that hands?
That is both
Okay.
body. I have complete function of my hands. They are now without any open areas. I think last week when I spoke with you, there was one open area, and that's increased from about 100 open areas. Tiny, all sorts of tiny and large cracks existed on hands when I met you. And now I have no open areas.
So even since you completed the protocol, sorry to interrupt, even though you completed it days later, now that last crack just disappeared on its own.
That's
Because
correct.
healing happens over time with these formulas, with these remedies. So what were you going to say a minute ago? 100 cracks down to none now.
Yeah, it's completely normal.
So you can grip on things and write. You couldn't write before, you can hold on to things, and now that's 100% better.
Yes, I just went grocery shopping with my son, and he's used to opening all the doors for me and doing all the heavy lifting and the work. And he's just so used to doing it. But here I found myself like stopping him, like I can get the door now. I can carry groceries. So yeah.
Phenomenal. Awesome. So
Yeah.
happy about that. Look at that smile on you. The scalp, you had one more symptom, I'm sorry, excuse me. You had nerve pain, I think you said down your arms as well.
Yes. From my elbows, where like your funny bone is, if you've ever had your funny bone tapped, and that funny bone type of nerve pain existed from my elbows all the way down to my palms and fingers on both sides. It was almost always there. It was worst if I had like bumps in a car. That disappeared about 4 days after starting your protocol.
Oh,
Yep.
phenomenal. You didn't have to see a neurologist.
No
You
neurologist.
didn't have to need anybody else, just this work. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the last part was your scalp. You talked about that had dramatically improved. There was itching, I think, and flaking on your scalp.
There was. That is dramatically improved as well. And I'm still just a touch of it, but I can live with it now. And
we have another protocol coming to you. So that should take care of that. So you get even better than where you are. But I'm so happy for you. And I'm grateful that you were able to do this video with me today to help other people know about this work. So again, overall, you spent 8 years with a condition where it progressively got worse in the hands, the arms, the scalp. You had tried different doctors. Nobody else could help you. Rheumatologists, dermatologists, allergy. You didn't go to them. Medications, steroids, nothing else worked. And this simple to follow, very safe, natural, and effective plan that I gave you to target what you said the root causes just alleviated the whole, pretty much all the pain and the stiffness and the rigidity and the cracks and the redness, the whole dryness is gone. Is there for anybody who's skeptical, who thinks, is this too good to be true? And you're a registered nurse, right?
correct.
You live and work in the medical community for how many years of your life already?
18.
18. So you're coming from that mindset, and now you did something that's so out of the box pretty much to follow this work. You exhausted all medical channels, really, for your condition. For anybody who's skeptical, who thinks it's too good to be true, or says, how could that really work? What would you tell them? What advice could you give them about getting started with this?
Just trust in my testimonial here that it works, and what you're doing is huge. It's going to be someday, hopefully, this will be the first line treatment for skin conditions. I believe in it with all my heart. I'm so glad I found you. My skepticism came initially with, I don't know you. You're just another person on the internet that wants to give me vials of, I don't even know what, but it works, I promise. And you found the root cause, whereas modern healthcare, they don't, especially with skin. They can biopsy, but I did do initially with my primary care provider, took a biopsy of one of my fingers and it showed histamine. So they were going to send me to allergy. So I didn't go to allergy, but it's not deep enough. And it wasn't going to find the root cause of what was happening with me. It was going to mask it. So I think this is safer and more effective at getting to the root cause than what healthcare can provide currently.